AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. At the height of that Wizards team that they was on, there were 3 legit all-stars in that team, and you guys grossly underachieved. Nobody ever talks about y'all and what y'all could have been. We really could get into that bag. You, Twan, and Karan were all-stars, and you guys did not get to the heights of where y'all should have been. Ever.
But I don't want to say should he have been Brunson and taking less money, and I'm not.
They needed Gil to be who Gil was at that time. I'm not saying that. I would be lying to say that stretch of 25 a night, 29 a night, 28 a night that Gil had, that 3-year stretch was phenomenal. I'm not taking that from him. I'm just saying they had a roster constructed of where they could have been really, really good. But for some reason, there was zero expectation for a team that had 3 all-stars a couple of years in a row.
And they were together in Golden State, which was like their little fraternity. It was like their version of the Nova Knicks.
Right.
They were together already.
Right. And so Gil and Twan
without the winning on the Warriors, where he was getting his ass busted by John Stockton.
Right. But without the winning in Washington either. They made the playoffs, but they never could get out the second round. They weren't very good.
Right.
They couldn't get out the first round. How many times were they in the second round of the playoffs with Gil as your best player? I mean, that's not the conversation right now. But again, yes, players that played in the NBA can talk from a certain perspective. But I want to highlight something Fish has been saying tonight, has been saying for weeks, days. As long as I've known Fish, he's been saying this. And I'm paraphrasing right now. I'm not going to quote Fish right now, but I'm paraphrasing. Basically, what I get from what he's saying is he loves all the guys talking the game. It's all the former players that talk the game. But there are ones that were winning players that could talk a certain way. And the ones that didn't win, you got to stop. All right, hold on now. You're not a winning player. Relax. You don't come from winning culture. You weren't in the NBA winning on a high level. There's guys that talk this game that were winning at a high level. Some of you guys weren't. Some of you guys were career losers. So how do you...
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Who played at a high level that was a winner that talks the game good like that?
Who played at a high level that was a winner that talks the game like that? The first name that comes to mind is Isaiah Thomas. Like when I listen to Zeke talk the game,
it's dope.
It's dope. I'm not, and that's aside. Get your bias aside, whether you like Zeke or not. When I listen to Zeke talk the game, I'm impressed.
But I'm not that impressed with Shaq. Shaq says a bunch of nothing, but I still do hold his. But I hold his experience when he says, "I wouldn't respect JJ Redick if I was in that locker room." I have to adhere to that information. I have to. Yo, you're Shaq. You're the biggest player on the planet. Nobody can stop you. And if you say, I don't respect this dude, that's where somebody who's another Shaq, they won't be the exactly Shaq, but they will be the best player on a different team. And you walk in that locker room and you just played with me 2 years ago. I'm not respecting you. That's what Shaq's explaining. So I gotta go, oh damn, I never thought about it that way. I just seen you on my bench 3 years ago. I don't respect you, bro. That's what Shaq is saying. And maybe he sounds like Gilbert Arenas a little bit. Like that. When we say arrogance, is like we can't always control the engine like Kanye's. Kanye's crazy, but that same crazy made classics.
But see, here's the thing. With that right there, Fabian, for guys to rest on who they were, for that to propel you during the conversation is garbage.
Right.
I don't give a damn who Shaq was 30, 20 years ago, because we all know who he was.
Right.
But right now, Shaquille O'Neal, you sitting in front of me and we talking the game of basketball right now. You can't big time me with four-time champion, 3-time NBA Finals, NBA MVP, all that. I know that. I know I did my homework. But I'm talking to you right now, mano y mano. Let's talk what's going on right now with the game of basketball. That's what I think it gets confused by those guys that can't really talk it. Like a Shaq, like a Barkley. Like there's guys that have that.
Wait, you don't think Barkley could talk the game?
I'm not impressed with him on talking the game.
Okay, so that's my point. I'm
not impressed, but other people enjoy him, right?
But I don't think he's entertaining. But I don't think Barkley is a who is the Barkley of that? Like JJ Redick was on his way of being there, but he still wasn't Barkley in them. And my thing with Gilbert Arenas is that, bro, we look to you. I love the insight when I say you would hate that I say Kobe Bryant's kind of overrated defensively. Like what you mean? Like he wasn't Jordan. He wasn't Bruce Brown on him. Like he was just, to me, wasn't lockdown. So for Gilbert Arenas to come on, show the video where he was busting Kobe Bryant, he couldn't guard me. He was okay defensively, but he certainly couldn't guard me. And he broke down why. So it was like, oh, okay, I wasn't bugging. Not to say that I'm right or you're wrong right now, but he's giving insight on when he play. I'm watching that. It's exactly what I thought it was, because it's harder for him being that build. He's not Mike. He's not strong. It's just different. T-Mac could have played better defense, but he didn't give the effort Kobe did, right? But that's besides the point. I digress. My point is that
yes, digress. Yes, digress.
Because you try you off. I'm trying to piss you off.
No,
you almost got us. You almost put the team up, Gil.
Nah, you got me right now. You got me because I want to yell at you right now.
You can yell.
The nerve of you, a 12-time first-team All Defender. You want to talk about he was overrated defensively?
Yeah. He wasn't.
That's garbage.
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's garbage.
I was never that impressed. Like when we saw lockdown dudes.
The same clip. I'm gonna send you because I can't get it to you right now. But the same clip of Gil going to get 60 on Kobe Bryant, that's the highlight of his life. Life, not NBA career. Life. I'm talking about coming out of the womb. Life. That was the highlighted. I'm sorry?
I wouldn't say that. He was giving it to Kobe. It was multiple games. It wasn't not forget the 60 joint. I'm just saying, and come on, Gilbert was on fire at that point. Who really could guard him? He was just missing on his own. So that's really a bad example.
He was a bucket getter. There's nobody on the face of this earth that is a lockdown defender that you're not going to get a bucket against. We're talking about the best of the best players. So if Gilbert Arenas, who was on a 3-year tear where nobody could guard him, and Kobe Bryant just so happens to have tough nights against him as well, I don't think that takes away from the totality and body of work. Yes, I got a 10-minute clip that I'm ready to send you right now of sitting in the chair, different guards from different eras, getting stop after stop after stop, turnover after turnover, bad pass after bad pass, bad shots, just in your stuff. We're not talking about a guy that played the passing lanes or just was a great, just had great instinct. He had the whole package as a defender, and he wanted to play defense.
1,000,000%, but that doesn't mean it was great, the greatest. Like the way people make it seem
like
was
the greatest.
The way people talk about it was as if he was as good on defense as he was on offense, and I totally disagree about that. He was getting got, and again. What do I always say? He played more competition than he played Mike's babies. He's one of Mike's babies. He got to play against that. That's way harder to guard. Even the point guards were trying to be Mike. That's way harder to guard, right? Gilbert, one of them. Gilbert is an AI baby to me. AI moved from the point to the 2 guard. These are these point guards trying to be Mike.
What kind of defender was Mike as a Wizard?
Oh, come on now. Get Mike out. Mike got some nerve. We're going to talk about that. Mike got some damn nerve getting Jerry Stackhouse out of there. And making Richard Hamilton you talk about glazing. What was Richard Hamilton? What is wrong with you? You should have been cursing Mike the hell out.
Jerry still hate him for that. Jerry to this day still pissed off at Mike for that.
You should have punched him in it. We know Jerry's crazy too.
No, Jerry's crazy. Jerry will knock you out. Kinston, North Carolina. Fish. Tell them about them boys from Kingston. Tell them they don't play.
Brandon Ingram, Cornbread.
Maxwell, right? Cornbread. That's Kinston bread. They don't play. They will knock you on yo.
Does he have more to say about you? I just want to see you react.
Right? All right, shut that shit down. I didn't
pause it.
Right? What I think he even went to say, if he's still on this team, I want out. That's rumors. I don't know if that's true. Right? And they had to move his ass on. Didn't that happen in your organization before?
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.